Yo, what is up guys? Costly here, back on DC Legends today, and we're going to be doing another video here today. Now, I kind of messed up last month, and didn't do a video on Zod or Brainiac. So, we're going to cover that today, as well as the two new characters for December, both Manta and Ocean Master, and the reworks of Aquaman and Mera. If you've been following my channel for a little bit and know what my roster looks like, or even know me from the game and know what my roster looks like, you know that Aquaman and Mera I've had Legend 5 for quite some time. They were one of my first couple characters alongside Batgirl, so that's that with them. So let's go ahead and go look at some heroes real quick. So let's go ahead and look at the first ones here. So Brainiac, I have Legendary 4, Gear 11. So the only thing I'm missing is the gain crit immunity, but let's go ahead and go over his powers real quick. So damage to an enemy, gain 30% shield, double shield gain if Brainiac has no shield. And then Shrink Ray. Light damage and apply 6 strength down to an enemy, and then what I don't have there is the gain crit immunity. And then Might of Kolu. Damage to an enemy, 100% chance to stun if Brainiac is shielded. If Brainiac is shielded, 60% chance to use Might of Kolu on an additional random enemy. It's very important. Really good power as well. Vanguard Defense. So this is his first passive. Passive ability, gain enrage immunity and 15% turn meter up to the team at the start of the battle. That is a very huge passive. And then 25% chance to call assist each time Brainiac attacks. So that is on all of his attacks. He has a chance to call assist 25% chance of the time. And then he has a team leader, so give damage immunity to the team at the beginning of each ally's turn until the end of that ally's turn. This is the Wonder Girl counter. Start battle with 30% shield on Brainiac and 15% shield on the rest of the team. That's a very important ability to enable certain teams. We'll get to that in a minute. So now let's go look at Zod. So as you can see, Zod, I have Legend 4, Gear 11. I actually went up to our cabin for Thanksgiving. That's why I do not have him L5. I was gone like the last 2 days of his event, and so, and like some people may think, all of us whales, we just spend all kinds of money on everything all the time. We don't always spend money on everything all the time. We do have lives and budgets, so that's why I do not have Zod L5. Alright, so looking at his powers, Heat Vision Strike. Special damage to an enemy, and the legendary for that is if Zod deals a critical hit, apply 1 heal immunity and deal additional 10% true damage. Okay, kneel before Zod. Gain 3 intelligence ups and 2 crit chance ups, 50% chance to gain 75% turn meter. Extended duration of buffs by 1 turn. And then Freeze Breath. Heavy special damage to an enemy, always apply 5 intelligence downs. Cooldown -1 for all of Zod's abilities if the enemy is killed. And then Warmonger, passive ability. Zod gains plus 50% crit damage, can't miss on all attacks, is the legendary for that. And New Krypton, team leader. All allies gain plus 15% crit chance. If a teammate deals a critical hit, 70% chance for Zod to gain death immunity, plus 10% chance if teammate is Kryptonian. Okay, so that's Zod. Now, if we just want to wrap this up real quick into the characters from November. Brainiac, very good leader. He's a decent Wonder Girl counter. I don't think he solves all the problems. He does solve the passive problem, which is her main problem. But you're also stuck with having to run Brainiac in the team leader slot for that. And then as far as Zod, Zod is a green Deadshot hired gun. At first I wanted to contest that when he first came out. It was like, no, he's got to have something. He's a green Deadshot hired gun. That's pretty much it. Now he does couple on a certain team very well with Deadshot hired gun to take care of your Wonder Girl Harley problems. And I'll show that here in a little bit. And then moving on to December's characters. Okay, so we have Mera. Mera is one of the reworks. Okay, so she's pretty much the same. There's a few things that got added in. Obviously, her power got bumped up. I'm sure there's some stats. I don't really look into the stats all that much, but I'm pretty sure the stats got bumped up a little bit. So let's look at her basic. Hydrokinesis. Special damage to an enemy, gain 5 mins. Call assist if there are 10 plus mins in Mera's team. So that's very huge that you get the call assist. The original one used to be just double the mins gained, which I believe was 3. So you used to get 6, now you get 5. I could be wrong on that. Don't at me.
So Favor of the Sea, light heal and apply 8 mins to target. Apply damage immunity. This is still the same heal. I'm glad they didn't touch it. It's great. So Ocean's Fury, heavy special damage to an enemy, 3% increased damage per min on Mera's team, max 60%. I believe that's still the same. Apply heal immunity and 20% turn meter down. I believe all that's still the same on that one. Now this one was changed here. Passive ability, apply 2 mins to each team, or to team, if 2 or more allies take damage from a single attack, plus 1 min for each extra ally taking damage. So plus 5 mins on random teammates. So basically, if you get hit by an AoE, you're going to give your entire team 4 mins. And then an additional 5 that get spread across random teammates. And the difference between this and the original one, it was a chance if an AoE happened. Now it is 100% for sure, which is nice for the character. It's a Wonder Girl enabler though, but it's still good if Wonder Girl's not on the other team. And then Slipstream, passive ability. Apply 2 agility ups and 2 affinity resistance ups to each ally when they heal from Mend. Apply 15% turn meter up. Again, Wonder Girl enabler because there's more buffs coming out. But they do get 15% turn meter up from it, so that's nice. So that you can proc Wonder Girl faster. I have a problem with Wonder Girl if you can't tell. Anyways, moving on to Aquaman. So we'll get the reworks out of the way real quick. Again, Legend 5, Gear 11. So Might of the Ocean. Damage to an enemy, gain 3 mins. Gain 50% turn meter if target is bleeding and Aquaman is mending. Okay, so what changed on this one from the original? Back in the original of this one, if you, it was a chance to either put bleeds on or gain mins. Now, some people saw this as a nerf. I think this is very good and ties his kit together well. I Am Your King. Apply crit immunity and 16% turn meter up to the team. It's a weird number. Apply 3 death immunity on self if mending, and use Might of the Ocean afterward if mending. I believe it was just a single death immunity before, so it's good that it's 3 because we have a lot of purgers in the game now. And then use Might of the Ocean afterwards if mending. That's still the same. Okay. Damage to an enemy, apply 4 bleeds. Apply stun if target has 3+ bleeds. Okay, so this is still the same stun, except for it for sure applies the bleeds. Before it was a chance to apply the bleeds. Now it is 100% for sure. You're going to get those bleeds on the target. And so you're going to get the stun. Sorry, I had to get up and close my door. I heard somebody coming down the hallway. Didn't want it to pick up on the mic, so sorry if my voice trailed off a little bit there. Maelstrom. Damage and special damage to enemy team. Only usable if mend on self and bleed on enemy team. 40% turn meter down on enemy team. So I believe that's still the same. And then King of Atlantis. Team leader, apply crit immunity to the team at the start of the battle. 50% chance to also give debuff immunity to the team. The debuff immunity chance is a brand new thing. And then crit immunity duration +1, I believe, is still the same. So that's Aquaman. So as far as review on the reworks real quick, they're not like, they didn't become super OP, but they're still really good. They've been brought up to be balanced up into this meta. Sort of. Alright, let's look at Ocean Master. Ocean Master, I do have Legendary 4, Gear 11. I can go Legendary 5, but I don't have the essence for it right now. And let's look at this real quick. So first power, Arcane Lightning, special damage to an enemy and always purge 2 buffs. The legendary for this is apply silence if Ocean Master has 1+ speed up. Okay, and then Aqueous Blockage. Purge 4 debuff and give 20% shield to each ally. Also give 2 speed up. Orm's Rage. Damage to an enemy and apply 50% turn meter down. Deal damage and 25% turn meter down to an additional random enemy. I think this is bugged right now, because sometimes you don't always get that that 25% turn meter down on other enemies. Atlantean Stream. Passive ability, gain 2 speed up each time an enemy gains 1 or more buff. So 50% chance to apply silence to an enemy each time they gain 1 or more buff. And then Arcane Torrent. Passive ability, 50% chance to use Arcane Lightning on a random enemy at the end of an ally's turn, and if that ally is shielded. Arcane Lightning purges 1 additional buff. So as far as Ocean Master, he doesn't do a lot of damage,
but I do enjoy his passives and his utility. Alright, and on to the final character of December, Black Manta. Alright, as you can see, I have him Legendary 5, Gear 11. And let's go ahead and break down his powers. So, Hidden Blade. Damage to an enemy. Apply 4 bleeds if target is bleeding. Attack again if target has 5+ bleeds. So, for the most part, they're going to be bleeding already, which is going to be their 1 bleed. You're going to hit them, applying 4 bleeds, and then it's going to trigger the attack again because now they have over 5 bleeds. So, Jetpack Onslaught. This is normally what you open with on Manta, and it has a very small cooldown as well. Light damage and apply 2 to 3 bleeds to all enemies, and you gain True Sight. Optic Blast. Heavy damage to an enemy, always apply heal immunity. Turn all bleeds on target into permanent bleeds. And then Vengeful Conversion. Passive ability. At the end of an enemy's turn, turn up to 5 mins into bleeds. Gain 10% true meter up for each min turned into a bleed. And then Blood in the Water. Passive ability. When an enemy bleeds, gain 2 agility ups and 2 stamina ups. Also apply heal immunity to enemy. And that heal immunity, I believe it's a 1-turn heal immunity. I don't even know if it's that long. I think it kind of works like Brainiac's. It may just because there's a lot of passive purge in the game now, debuff purge. So maybe that's why it's falling off. But it kind of feels like it may be like Brainiac's damage immunity. So real quick, I didn't go over legendary orders. We'll just go through it real quick. Honestly, you don't need L5 on Manta. I took his 3 early because I was like, oh yeah, that's great. And then it was pointed out to me later that his bleeds are 3 turns. And so it's like, most of the time, they're going to be dead by the time that 3rd turn comes around. So you don't need to turn those bleeds permanent. Now, like I just said, there are a lot of passive and active debuff purgers in the game now. So you kind of, there's the argument for it, but then again, even if it's a permanent bleed, it's going to get purged off. And so his 1 is what I actually took last. So I wouldn't do that. If I went back and did it again, I would actually take that 3rd. So for him, I would definitely take Jetpack Onslaught as number 1. So we'll just do a legend order real quick. We'll do 2... I would say 2, 4, 1, 5, 3, possibly. Just because I'm not really enjoying the also apply heal immunity because it seems like it falls off super quick. So that's what I would give for him. What did I say? Yeah, 2, 4, 5, or 2, 4. 1, 5, 3. On him, we'll go over to Mera. See, this one I already had Legendary 5, so I didn't have to think about a Legendary order, but I'll probably put Legendary orders in the description when I can like look over it and think about it more. And then, so we'll go ahead and do some PvP, and I'll show you some stuff on there. Alright, and jumping back into this, I have some teams set up. But yeah, we're reviewing 6 characters. I can't have that many teams set up, so we'll go ahead and accidentally hit home there. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Okay, so this first team, this team I do like a lot. It's pretty, you can almost run this team on auto. On most teams. You can't do it on a Batgirl team because of just the random chance there because of evasions. But Brainiac is team leader, mainly to counter Wonder Girl, which then allows you to run Clayface as a taunter. And then Wonder Girl as well as your main damage dealer in this. Brainiac does do a decent amount of damage, and Giganta can do some good damage with the right buffs to a Mystic. And then Giganta is your second taunter. Some people like to run Harley Quinn in this comp. I prefer Giganta because she has some pretty good survivability, and she can put out some pretty good damage. There's an argument to be ran either way. I like using Giganta because I like using all my characters. So that's my reason for liking Giganta on this team. I'll show you that team in a bit. Alright, so this team. This is your anti-Wonder Girl, anti-Harley Quinn led by Batgirl team. Okay. Now, as long as Deadshot or Red Robin doesn't... basically as long as Red Robin doesn't get enraged, because most of the time I have him Legendary 5, and you, not most of the time I have Legendary 5, but I have Legendary 5, so most of the time whenever I throw the turn meter up, True Sight onto somebody, their enrage gets purged off. So, what's great about him is, you throw that over on there, you take out Wonder Girl, and then General Zod has a 100% crit chance, so you do his 3 on Harley, and bam, the 2 problem characters are gone, and now you have 4 well-powered characters ready to take out Batgirl and whoever else is sitting on the other side. So, on to the next team. This team I'm really enjoying. This is a turn meter manipulation team coupled with a bleed team. With Aquaman, Green Arrow. So this is a little bit of a preview because I am recording this after the reworks went live for January. We're still in December. It's actually Christmas Day right now. But the reworks are live already. So we'll get a little bit of a preview of what I think of CAGA. But this team is a turn meter manipulation team coupled with a bleed team. So basically, you'll have to see it in practice. It's pretty spectacular when it gets going. It can get shut down by certain things pretty quickly, but I'm liking it a lot. All right, so let's go to the next team here. This is a call assist team. Now, I know you're looking at this and you're like, there's only 2 characters that have conditional call assist here. What are you talking about call assist? Now, if you know, Shazam, when he taunts, the heal does have a chance of proccing Starfire. So basically, the Batgirl's going to make your team a little bit harder to hit here. They're going to be focusing damage on Shazam, who will have evasion ups and a bunch of stamina ups. Anytime they miss on anybody, the whole team gets healed from Batgirl. Mera is going to be able to call assist by healing everybody. Now again, if Wonder Girl's on the team, this is going to be a hard team to run. Starfire is your damage dealer. She's your nuke. She is your can't miss against Harley. She is the main person you want to be calling assist on this team. Moving on to the next team. Brainiac, Ocean Master, Harley Quinn, and Mera. So this is kind of a call assist shield purge team. Now, there's only one character on here that purges, and that's Ocean Master. But Brainiac has 25% chance to call assist on any of his attacks. He does give shield to the entire team, which is going to allow Ocean Master to random attack and purge with his basic. Mera is going to be able to call assist, and so is Brainiac. And then Harley is your taunt/dealer. And then on this one, we have Aquaman, Ocean Master, Mera, and Black Manta. This is just a fun team I put together. It works pretty well together, surprisingly. Manta works well with Aquaman. Ocean Master kind of does his own thing, while he does have turn meter manipulation and works well with Aquaman on that end too. And then Mera works well with Aquaman on giving everybody mins and giving him mins so that he can get to his abilities faster. So, let's go and jump over into PvP, show off some of these teams. Alright, I'm not going to worry about power level, I just want to show off the mechanics of the team. So let's go and jump into this one here. Alright, so for this team, let's see. We can go ahead and run this team. This team is pretty good against Atrocitus teams. So, and like, again, this is all live. I let everything go into the video, so if I lose, I lose. I'm not the best at putting together teams, but I do enjoy doing it. So I think I make that disclaimer every single time we do one of these videos. So let's go ahead and just go out with the whip from Wonder Girl. Take away that taunt. I was trying to get the death immunity, but alright. And then we'll go ahead and stun, or just kill. Okay. So that activates their Lobo. Alright, let's go ahead and see if I want to get Atrocitus out as soon as I can. So we'll go ahead and take this over and hit Zatanna with this. That way Giganta gets taunting. And this is kind of the one problem here with Giganta, is when there's a Power Girl on the other team, just be ready for that Power Girl to destroy your Giganta. Now, I wanted to get Atrocitus out of there so that I could deal with these other characters, no problem. That's why I went ahead and took out Atrocitus. But it may come back to bite me here in a second when Power Girl is probably going to punch the crap out of Giganta. And I should have put some strength downs on her from Brainiac. Let's go ahead and hit Lobo with this. Like I said, she doesn't do amazing damage, but she does decent,
So let's go and throw that there. Let's get some strength downs on as well. That way it'll counter anything she gains. She's going to die right now. Or not. Oh, that's right. It's her turn. She can't technically die on her turn. We will taunt with Clayface, giving everybody agility ups. Get some more stamina ups over here in Giganta. And hopefully take out Power Girl there. Yeah. And then Lobo's gone. So you see the point of that team. That team you can normally just throw an auto. You're not always going to 3-star auto, but it works. So that's that team. Let's go ahead and look for another one here. What's this one? Do we have any Batgirl leads on here? No, but here is a Trustus. That's kind of a scary team, actually. So what I'd actually do here... So, hybrid team we're going to do real quick. Something you can actually do here is plug in Brainiac here, who's going to get the turn meter up, who's going to make sure Zod goes before anybody else on that team. And we could probably even do Batgirl here. Not, why did I say Batgirl, not Batgirl? You could do Clayface, which is going to give everybody more survivability. Or, actually, let's go with Supergirl. So, we currently have no Taunter. We'll be fine, though. And so Supergirl is going to give everybody a little bit more survivability on the fact that they cannot be, I think the crit chance is either reduced or just not even possible. So we'll hit Harley with this from Deadshot. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. We'll put heal immunity on everybody. We'll take out Harley right here. And then we will stun Trustus and kill him. Okay. That worked extremely well. Let's go ahead and hit him with that. Hopefully get that off of him. Let's get some crit chance down on him. Oh wait, I don't have that legendary unlocked. Never mind. Strength Dance aren't going to do much on him. Let's go ahead and do this. Hopefully we give death immunity to Zod. We did. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and power up here with Zod. And do this because it's going to do special damage. And that's going to hurt everybody. We can do this. Maybe he'll call assist. And so there's also a way you can use Brainiac outside of the leader role. And then as you can see there, having Supergirl on that team completely dealt with Atrocitus because there was no revives. And we just took 3 energies and 1 physical up against a predominantly physical team. But Etrigan was on the other team. And as far as from what I hear on the forums and everything, Etrigan's worse than Wonder Girl. Etrigan, like, you can't take energies against Etrigan. That's crazy. So let's go ahead and jump up into here. So again, Wonder Girl's on the opposite side of this team. This is your typical. You would take, you know, I'm not even gonna fight this team just because we all know how to deal with Wonder Girl now. Alright, let's see here. This team, we can run this one against. So I actually really enjoy this team. And you'll see why here in just a second. So, let's go ahead and we probably might be able to take Cheetah out completely. No? Okay. Sometimes he does tons of damage on that. Sometimes he just does very little. It's very weird. Alright. And let's hit Sinestro again. So we're going to go and throw this out. Get bleeds over on everybody. Luckily that didn't activate Bane. And nice, get that off of him. Get her strength ups out. So now that's gonna speed up Aquaman. Let's go over here and hit Zatanna. He's gonna hit twice. So that puts a ton of bleeds on there. Let's go ahead and taunt with Power Girl. See, we're getting a bunch of turn meter down here. Now, turn meter up for my team there.
And I want to get Cheetah out of here. See, we can just do another AoE, and it's probably going to kill Cheetah. Yeah. And then let's do this to give some turn meter up there. That's going to do a little bit of purging. We can stun now because it took away the stun immunity. Hit with Power Girl. And doesn't matter what we do here, he's dead. So that's that team right there. Like I said, it's just turn meter manipulation on top of bleeds. You wouldn't think you would want turn meter manipulation on top of bleeds because you want them to get to their turn so that the bleeds is taking effect, but with this team, if you stack enough bleeds quick enough and then finally let them take their turn, they're pretty much almost going to insta-die. So let's see here. We have a Deathstroke team. This team does work pretty well against Deathstroke teams as well. Don't necessarily want to take that team. Let's do this one. This may go horribly because double arrows, but we'll see. The idea is to call assist on Starfire a whole bunch, so if we can get those call assists out, it'll be great. See, as you can see, like I was saying, that it then activated Starfire there. Called assist there. Now, because of the purging capabilities here, we can actually just AoE with Starfire already because she has a ton of intelligence ups. And there we go, that took out all of them. Let's go ahead and throw this over onto Shazam. Now, Mera is very good with taunters because she can just pretty much make it to where taunters don't even get hit. Let's go ahead and purge Green Arrow. Let's hit Green Arrow with that, kill him. Now, the problem here against a Deathstroke team is that Deathstroke is constantly going to be putting that silence on Shazam, so you normally won't be able to get around to his taunt. But because we took out so many people so quick, his buffs fell off way quickly. And then so you can go ahead and do this, take his turn meter down, so that I could throw this over from Batgirl and get that out. Just gonna call assist. And he is overhealed, so he has a chance to stun there, and that should take him out. So again, sorry about clearing my throat there. We just took 2 Mystics. One of them's our Taunter against a Deathstroke double arrow team. It worked pretty well. Now, they were, I want to say, around, what were they? 30,000 power, so that's not bad. You know, it's like, I think that one of these green arrows is 80. Yeah. Both of them? Yeah, they're both 80. 77 on that, and 73 on Deathstroke. And let's get 2 more teams in real quick. So let's go to this 30,000 power team. I've been able to show off Ocean Master yet, so let's go ahead and do this one. So the idea of this team is you can also run a Trustus as leader here instead of Brainiac, or even Hal Jordan, anybody who's going to give the team shields. So let's go ahead and give the team some more shields here. And hopefully take out Cheetah. Yes, we did. Let's stun Batman. Is that CC or World? It's World's Greatest Detective. Okay. So there we got the double stun off. Go ahead and throw this over on her. So here comes the purge from Zatanna. See if we can get Zatanna out of here as well. As you can see, Orm is just constantly throwing out that basic, and she's intelligence based. Okay, so we need to throw him over on him. And let's go ahead and hit her again, which is going to give a call assist. I think that called assist. I'm not sure. And then now Mera's definitely going to be able to call assist. This might hurt Harley. It didn't. Okay. And let's just taunt. Keep them hitting Harley. Give some more shields. So as long as you're shielded, Orm has a chance to hit with his basic. I believe in between everybody's turn, kind of like a CAGA. And it ends up doing things like that. Like, he doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it's because he attacks like crazy. And so that's that team right there. And we'll go ahead and, because this video is getting a little bit long, we'll do one more team. I don't know if we got to cover all the teams, but let's see here. Okay, we did that team. We did that team. We did a version of this one. Basically, the main part draw of this team is Deadshot, Hired Gun, and Zod together take out Harley. They take out all kinds of different people. So this team we're not really going to be able to run. Let's look back at this Wonder Girl team again that had Killer Frost as leader for some reason. This may work. The other thing I'm worried about. So one of two things is going to happen here. This is either going to work, or I'm expertly going to show off how bad Mera is against Wonder Girl. But let's do it. So we have no Taunter here, which worries me a little bit for Manta. We should be able to get this stun off here. Let's get everybody shielded, which is going to now start proccing Wonder Girl when it comes around to Manta's turn, which is a problem. He's going to proc it anyways, so let's go ahead and throw that. Wow, I got lucky and it didn't proc. Okay. So that's one of the big problems. Now, luckily, the damage immunity was there. The big problems here with Power Girl and Wonder Girl together is Wonder Girl throws out that the strength ups on her team, and it gives... Okay, yeah, this is going real south. Surprised I didn't kill him. Huh. So now it's... oh, this will be interesting. Oh, crap. I did not expect that second hit to do that much damage. Alright, that's going to go ahead and do it, though. Like I said, that was just a fun team. It's not even a team I recommend running. It's just a team I was running like in Showdown and stuff for max bonuses and everything. And it was a fun team that you could run in Showdown because you're fighting people that are like 19,000 power. And everybody, for some reason in Wraith, like... nobody's trying to use their alliance characters all that much, and everybody just runs the meta teams. But then as soon as you move over to Showdown, like, everybody's trying to gobble up as much bonus points as they can. But then you go over to Siege, and everybody's like, no, I'm going to run a full physical team so that nobody can run these bonus characters. That's my little rant on that. But, yeah, so that's going to do it for this video, guys. Like always, thank you for watching. If you're interested in more DC Legends content, let me know in the comments, or just let me know by subscribing. But like always, like the video if you enjoyed it, and I think that's going to be it. And I'm Costly.